This is Patrick Riley, the head baseball coach for your Westminster Titans, and it's time for Titan Town Sports.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us here on Titan Town Sports. It's a brand new season, a brand new year. Same faces. I'm Jordan Tate with my partner in crime, RJ Scott. RJ, how are you doing?
I feel good. It's always good to be back on set doing Titan Town Sports, especially with the guys started off with me and you back to back.
Yeah, it's great to be back, RJ. It's also great to be back on campus. A lot of sports are in action, one of which being basketball. We're actually going to kick it over to Peyton Mel right now for a quick men's and women's basketball recap.
Welcome back to another edition of Prime Cuts. I'm RJ Scott alongside my partner Peyton Mel, bringing you a winter break recap of Titans basketball, catching you up on all the action you may have missed over the holiday season. We start with the women's team, who played 6 games over the break, finishing 1-5 during that stretch. Despite the record, this is a young, improving squad that showed growth and flashes of promises. The break began on the road at the Sandy DeWolf McCormick Memorial Holiday Tournament in Rochester, New York, where the Westminster women's basketball team opened up against Nazareth University as the Titans fell 66-45. But Grace Cano led the effort with 10 points and 8 rebounds in a hard-fought performance. The Titans bounced back the next day against SUNY Potsdam, earning a 55-44 victory. Once again, it was Grace Cano leading the way, finishing with 16 points and 15 rebounds, shooting 7 of 12 from the floor as Westminster closed the tournament on a high note. Back home, the Titans hosted Juniata, securing a gritty 56-50 win in front of the home crowd. With Mark Slazak on the call, Westminster showcased the defensive intensity and ability to close outside games.
Emma Zelch in the row. Harrison to Syka. Syka steps through, puts it up with a right-hand shot, no good. Got it back, put it up, put it in. Offensive board in the bucket for Maddie Syka.
Momentum carried into the next home matchup against Capital University, but despite 4 players scoring in double figures, the Titans came up short in a 75-65 loss. Katie Morrow led the way with 16 points, knocking down 3 triples. Entering PAC play, Westminster traveled to Grove City for a tough matchup with the Wolverines. The Titans battled but dropped the contest 78-64, with Mark Slazak once again on the call in a physical conference showdown.
Now a team leading 30 with a right hand, put it up, put it in. Katie Grexa with her first 2. Cano foul line jumper up and good. Grace Cano.
The winter break stretch wrapped up back at home against St. Vincent, a familiar PAC rival. As they've had some interesting matchups in the past, the Titans fought but fell 73-39, closing out the 6-game slate.
Grexa with a shot clock at 4 to Cano, puts it on the floor, fakes, spins, hook shot, and hits it just before the buzzer. Zelch right side for Mario, step back 3 in the air, got it. They need a lot of those to get back in the game, and that's the start. Did back out front for Mario. Shot clock at 3, lob in for Cano, fake take, lefty layup up and in, just to beat the shot clock. Zelch holding the basketball, flips it left side for Mario, a long bomb 3, got it! Katie Mario nails the 3, and the Titans cut the lead to 1.
That's a look at the women's winter break action. Now let's send it over to my partner Peyton Mel, who has the men's team covered.
Over winter break, the Westminster men's basketball team played 6 games, 4 non-conference and 2 in PAC play, finishing 4-2 overall and a perfect 2-0 in conference. The stretch began in Michigan, where the Titans dominated Alma College, rolling past the Scots 100-64. 4 Westminster players scored in double figures, led by senior Drew Weir with a game-high 19 points. Freshman Nick Ryan also matched a career high with 14 points.
Buried by Nick Ryan, who's in the game.
After Christmas, the Titans traveled to Otterbein College for the Smokey Ballinger Classic. First up was a rematch with Albion, as Westminster looked to avenge an early season loss from November. Unfortunately, the Titans fell 83-63, despite a strong performance from DJ Harrell, who led all scorers with 22 points. The following day, Westminster took on tournament host Otterbein, the 33rd ranked team in the nation per Massey ratings. The Titans led at halftime, but ultimately came up short, falling 70-61. Harrell stayed hot, pouring in 27 points and adding 3 assists. The new year opened at home against undefeated Pitt Greensburg, and Westminster continued its dominance in the matchup, winning for the 6th straight time.
It's a steal for Hergenrother to Harrell, to the basket, lefty layup up and good.
Drew Weir led the way with a 22-point, 13-rebound double-double, while senior Mick Hergenrother added a huge all-around performance with 17 points, 7 assists, and 6 steals. The first PAC game of the new year began on the road at rival Grove City, and the Titans made a statement with a 65-59 victory. DJ Harrell continued his stellar play with another 27-point performance. Trey DePietro was also a force inside, scoring 15 points on 7-9 shooting and grabbing 12 rebounds. To cap off the break, the Titans took on St. Vincent College in Buzzriddle Gymnasium. Westminster led by as much as 16, but the Bearcats hit a shot to force a game into overtime.
3 seconds to go. Ball into Ostrowski. Turns. Fires. Hit it! He made it with 4-10.
But the dynamic duo of Harrell and Weir proved to be too strong, combining for all of Westminster's points in the overtime period, leading them to victory.
Now out front for Weir. He'll try to triple. Got it! And a foul to go with it.
And that was the winter break recap of the men's basketball team.
A lot of greatness and excitement on the hardwood for both men's and women's, RJ. Last night, actually, the men's captured a win as well as the women's. The women's won 63-61 over Franciscan, and then the men's 68-54 over Hiram. A great start to head coach David Richards' season with the Titans.
Yeah, and let's not get ahead of ourselves. It definitely was Hiram, but to say the least, Titans are looking good on both ends. Coach Rosanne Scott, Coach David Richards, both doing a great job, and with all the success in the PAC, let's check out the PAC Recap.
Happy New Year, Titantown sports fans. Back here for 2026 in the PAC Recap. Jacob Rhodes with you. Heading to Meadville, Allegheny versus Grove City. Isabel Antonacci hit some clutch free throws to give Grove City their first conference loss of the year. Antonacci finished with 19 points. Final score 72-67. Allegheny beats Grove City. On the men's side of things, Ryan Lang paced the Gators with 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Big 3 there from the left wing in the second half. Allegheny would go on to win the game 65-57, a Gators sweep in Meadville. Utter dominance from the Presidents. Visiting Waynesburg, Stelany Lucian going to be the leading scorer for the Presidents. 18 points, 3 boards, went 6 for 6 from the free throw line. The Presidents win it 73-44 against the Yellow Jackets. Now to the men's game. W&J gets the steal there. Fast break, kick out pass to Alex Acosta. Acosta cuts in for the and one opportunity here. W&J would get it done 93-63. Acosta paced the Presidents with 15 points and 9 boards. Nathan Plotner also pitched in 15 points in the 93-63 victory over the Yellow Jackets. A little third quarter turmoil for the Barons here as Franciscan trying to get the ball in. Bethany tips it. Lindsey Garrison picks it up and puts the bucket in before the end of the third quarter. Garrison would have 18 points for the Bison. Kaylee Potter, 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists in her own right. Bethany gets it done 80-61. It's been the Sawyer Butler show all year for Franciscan, but today going to be Carl Yonku here. Gets the dump off pass. Big body finish for the and one. Yonku would finish with 15. Sawyer Butler with 14. Franciscan got the win 89-73. An all-around effort for the Bearcats women's team against Chatham. McKenna Mayer would lead them with 9 points. Camden Basher, 8 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. You see Mayer hit the elbow jumper there. St. Vincent would get it done 56-51. Prior to this N1 pass, Dev Ostrowski picked up his 4th foul. Dion Pinkett, the closer, going right at him in crunch time. Gets into the paint and gets the layup to go. 21 points on the night for Pinkett, along with 8 rebounds. Chatham keeps their PAC record positive, winning this one 87-80. It's winter time, which means snow, but Ariana White was making it rain here. Inbounds it right back to her in the corner. 5th 3 of the game there for White. Finished with 21 points. Geneva put up 100 on Teal, 100-66. The Golden Tornadoes win it. Some late game tension here. Geneva and Teal. Jonathan Berdovich to inbound. Gets it in. Gets the ball right back. Straight to the cup for the game-winning layup. 23 points on the night for the senior guard. Geneva wins it 63-61. Now kicking it back to the guys at the desk.
Well, RJ, you got me there. The Titans beat Hiram last night, not Franciscan. I was getting a little ahead of myself, a little excited. For all you longtime Titan fans, you may remember RJ Scott, Ben Kelly, having some fun at Franciscan, especially with their fans. But let's take a step forward. Let's look at some early playoff pictures for men's and women's basketball. Starting on the men's side of things, the Titan men's team has won their last 4 games played. It is that streak that has helped them lead the race in the North Division. Looking across the PAC North and South divisions, no breathing room for any side, with Westminster tied for first in the North at 4-1. Hot on their tails are the Gators of Allegheny at 3-2. Grove City sits alone in 4th at 3-2, with Hiram and Teal tied for 5th at 1-5. In the South, W&J and Chatham are tied for 1st at 4-1. 3-2 Franciscan will look to level up Saturday against the Titans. RJ, do you want to tell us about the women's?
Well, yes, I can. On the women's side, Westminster tied Hiram for 3rd with the win last night. Both teams are chasing Grove City and Allegheny, who are tied for 1st at 4-1. St. Vincent and W&J are the only unbeaten teams in the PAC, both in 1st at 5-0 in the South Division. They hold a 2-game lead over 3rd place Bethany, and 6th place Franciscan looks for its first conference win of the season when they host Westminster at 1 p.m. Coverage starts at 12:50 on Titan Radio and YSN.
RJ, as we mentioned earlier in the show, a couple minutes ago, actually, the Titans did pick up wins yesterday against Hiram. We were able to speak with Coach Scott and Coach Richards. Let's take a look at what they had to say about their big wins.
And I'm here with head coach, Coach Rosanne Scott. Coach Scott, big win tonight, nail biter to the end. Just tell me what it took.
What were we down? 11, 10, and they just kept fighting, you know, and getting stops. I thought Maddie and Brush did a good job coming in, getting things started for that run. Greska did a great job with their mismatch Jones that we were doing. So I felt like we really did a good job of fighting back and getting those points. And I don't think we do that without it being a whole team effort.
And, you know, whole team effort, obviously, but Katie Grexa really stepped up tonight. 17 points, no three-pointers, by the way, all post work, all, like I call it in basketball, the blue-collar work. What would you have to say to her right now?
Oh, I mean, she just fought through it. I mean, she got 2 fouls in the first half, so, you know, but she came and played some great defense for us, but then, you know, kind of read the zone. We kind of, like, just get at the high post and then read what you could read, take it, and then she was able to get some good looks.
Well, major bounce back from last week, Coach. Thank you so much. Congratulations once again, and have a great night. Got some traffic real quick. Exit time, you know, everyone's leaving and everything. I got Coach Richards right here. I'm just going to let this traffic go through, but Coach Richards, 68-54 win, big win. You know, a lot of stuff was up in the air at the beginning of the game. You know, Mick being out, Drew being sick. Just tell me how it all went down in your head. Did you know this was going to happen?
Well, I mean, we always think we're going to win the game, but I thought a lot of guys stepped up and played good minutes. I think we played 11 guys tonight, so everyone contributed in their own way. The second half, we made plays we needed to. I wish our defense was a little better in the second half. Thought we allowed them to get too many clean looks in the second half, but pleased with our effort.
Yeah, and Nick Ryan, freshman, stepping up big tonight. I mean, Nick, just tell me how it felt for you. You know, being in a position where you just kept scoring automatic, all-time leading scorer too. What did it feel like to be in that groove?
Yeah, you know, it definitely feels good to be in that groove. Like you said, you know, I'm used to scoring a lot, but I got to step into a different role this year. I got to rebound more. I got to, you know, pass the ball, don't turn it over. But, I mean, it's just nice to know, you know, I can still score and step up if need be.
And would you say that selfless play has led you to these opportunities to score? Doing your other parts opens that opportunity up for you?
Well, yeah, absolutely, because, you know, if I'm going to play unselflessly, I think I'm going to get more minutes, and being able to get more minutes creates more opportunities to score.
And Coach Richards, I'm sure you're proud of him stepping up young. Like he said, he's doing everything else, but he's also scoring. What could you say to him?
Yeah, Nick's been playing great. You know, he's one of the guys that probably gets coached the hardest in practice, right? But he's been great the past few games. You know, he's a guy that we look to guard some teams' best players. He's a guy that we look to create extra possessions by offensive rebounding. You know, he's been great the last few games.
All right, thank you guys so much. Congratulations on the win and the player of the game. Have a good one, fellas. Thank you.
Great poise there by the players last night to come out with a victory, and coaches with nothing but great things to say about their players, RJ. One player we know very well, DJ Harrell, we've heard a lot about him, but RJ, you want to tell us a little more about the women's players that might stand out more than the rest?
Yes, indeed. Grace Cano, phenomenal game last night. 17 points, 6 rebounds. Absolutely great. Katie Grexa had 17 points as well. 16 rebounds, by the way, a double-double. Both of them pretty much, you could say, shared the player of the game. I mean, they're playing phenomenal, hitting on all cylinders, a young team as well. You truly love to see it.
Yeah, the two leading scorers for men's and women's. Dennis Jones, Emily Tallis going to take us through that.
I'm here today with Grace Cano. Grace, can you tell us a little bit about your 16-point game last Sunday against St. Vincent and how that momentum feels coming into your next game?
I know it wasn't the best game, like, team-wise, but I do want to say that me scoring the points and like anything that I do on the court is because of my teammates, because I know KO, Bella, Brush, like anybody on the team, they have really good passes inside. That's where most of my points come from inside, like the post moves, and I had a couple like short jumpers, but a lot of them were assists for my good teammates.
Throughout your past 5 games, you're averaging 13 points per game. How's it been feeling?
It's pretty good to see all the hard work pay off, but like I said, it's a lot for my teammates, and it all starts in practice. The coaches are very encouraging, and so my teammates, and I really couldn't do it without them.
You're having a phenomenal season, shooting about 47% from field goal and about 58% from free throw line. What is the feeling been going?
I think I just need to keep the momentum going. We have some tough competition this week, Harrell and Franciscan. We continue to have tough competition. Last week was Grove City and St. Vincent. Even though games didn't go exactly how we wanted, I think we can use the games that I've had and the ones that my teammates have had, and like just keep pushing forward into the next ones.
2 quick questions here. All the fans want to know: will you attempt a 3 this season?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, in high school, the only 3 that I made was in New Orleans High School, but I don't think it's going to be a full circle. No, I don't think so.
And how's it feel? You had 15 rebounds earlier this season, but you still trail your sister Nina, who had 19 as her career high.
I have been reminded about this, and I'm like, that's my goal. After Kevin asked me, he was like, how do you feel about still trailing Nina? I was like, I'm going to get there. That's my goal until I graduate.
All right, thank you, Grace, and good luck.
I'm Dennis Jones, and now's Westminster Titans leading scorer, Grace Cano. Next, we're going to swing it over to the gym and hear from DJ about how his season has been going and how his transfer here and his teammates have really been motivating him to become the leading scorer for the Westminster Titans.
The support is huge, man. Like I said, it just builds confidence just knowing there's people in the back rooting for you, and the people that you're on the court rooting for you. It just brings you more energy when you're playing. Like, it's a different type of feeling. If you're not on the court playing, you won't be able to like feel how I feel in those pivotal moments of the game where we like, yo, we need a score, we need, yo, DJ, I need you to step up and do this. Like, they're looking for me, so that just like, that confidence they instill in me, you know what I mean? It just boosts everything, I feel like. And, my past coaches and coaches now, like, they've always been on me the same way, held me accountable because they know what I'm capable of, and they just tell me to keep on going, no matter if I miss a shot or not, you know what I mean? Just keep going. Yo, we know what you can do, and keep at it.
Great stuff there from DJ Harrell and Grace Cano. She's leading the way for the Titans, a big body up front in the paint, getting the rebounds and putting up extra points. DJ Harrell, on the other hand, is a man that stands out a little more than the rest. He actually won the Titan Town Athlete of the Week. The Titan Town Sports Athlete of the Week highlights a Titan who has played head over shoulders above the competition. Graduate transfer DJ Harrell led Westminster Wednesday against Hiram with an 18-point, continuing his dominance from the week prior. Harrell was named PAC Player of the Week, the first of his career, with 29.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game. Harrell is second in the league in scoring behind Franciscan Sawyer Butler, who leads all of D3 in scoring. The 2 heavyweights will clash on Saturday in Steubenville at 3 p.m. Coverage starts at 2:50 on Titan Radio. Video on YSN. RJ, DJ Harrell is really just someone who stands out on the basketball court. The player that really wants the ball in his hands in those high pressure situations, who wants to take that shot. A very shifty player who will make his way to the rim at that.
Yeah, and it just, I love this. I love what we do because we can highlight Westminster athletes. We can highlight, all the basketball players, swim, whatever it is. But also, we can also highlight the local athletes as we have View from the Tower coming up next.
I'm Ethan Kurtz, standing outside of Old Main here on the Westminster College campus, the perfect spot for a view over the high school sports landscape in Lawrence and Mercer counties. Competitive spirit, wrestling, and basketball had a lot of excitement, so let's get right into it. Neshannock's competitive spirit program advanced to the PIAA championships and took home a silver medal at 2A large varsity. Hickory placed third in the 2A large varsity finals. Grove City Boys Wrestling won the Burgettstown Invitational Tournament on Saturday, January 10th. Chase Karenbauer placed first at the 114-pound weight class, and Kagan Painter and Hudson Homan won at 127 and 152, respectively. Sharpsville's Ethan Springer won his 100th match of his career at the Burgettstown Invitational. In basketball action, Sharpsville girls took down Shenango 50-25. The Blue Devils improved to 10-2 on the season behind Brooklyn Ramsey's 24 points and 6 three-pointers. With 41 threes on the year, she leads all of District 10 in three-pointers made. Wilmington girls beat Reynolds 57-22 behind Reese Bruckner's 25 points. Avery Harlan chipped in with 10. Greenville girls beat Meadville 55-41 on January 5th. Ava Cassio dominated, posting 34 points for the Trojans. Slippery Rock girls took down Franklin 53-38, with Madison Romanovich tallying 27 points and hitting the 1,000-point milestone. Sharpsville boys beat Reynolds 63-35. Peyton Lee dropped 17 points, and Chad Kimpan had a 13-point, 10-rebound double-double. Tristan McCracken's 26 points led the way for Mercer as the Mustangs took down Union City 78-51. For more high school sports news, follow us at WCN247 on Instagram, Facebook, and X. That's all on high school sports from now. I'm Ethan Kurtz. That was the View from the Tower. Let's return to the desk here on Titantown Sports.
What a great segment. View of the Tower, always highlighting the local prowess around this area, Lawrence County, Mercer County, whatever it is, we got it for you. But going down to Pittsburgh. In the Pittsburgh basketball scene, North Catholic coach Jim Rocco recorded his 400th win on Tuesday, topping Deer Lakes 80-67. Rocco's 400 wins span across Penn Hills and Penn Trafford prior to the historic tenure at North Catholic. Brandon Pickett led the Trojans with 23 points. He was one of 3 North Catholic players in the double digits, with Brady Trout tallying 11 and Jake Rotman. The Trojans are 10-4 overall, and the win over Deer Lakes boosted North Catholic to a 4-1 conference record. They are second in Section 1 of WPILA. Class 4A NC is back in action against conference opponent Harrell.
Yeah, RJ, and while we're on the topic of being in Pittsburgh, we're actually going to stay there. A familiar face a lot of Titans may know, Qa'Lil Goode, his younger brother. Titan fans quickly became familiar with the name Qa'Lil Goode over the fall season. The first-year quarterback was named Newcomer of the Year and led the Titans to the Extra Points Bowl Championship, While most of the Titan fans know his name, it's time to get familiar with his brother, Qa'Lil, still a student at Aliquippa High School, also a football star in his own right. Qa'Lil had a 100-yard pick 6 in the WPIAL playoffs against Oil City, RJ. Known on the field, of course, but also formidable on the hardwood. This week, Aliquippa took down Elwood City 79-51. Goode led the Quips with 18 points, guiding the Quips to a record of 8-3, 5-1 in conference. Quinton was part of the 2024 state championship team. No doubt Qa'Lil looks to make the trip back to Hershey. First, the Quips need to take down undefeated Mohawk, who tops Class 3A Section 1.
And speaking of, isn't it a blessing we get Cheese and we get his brother potentially?
His younger brother,
You never know. But the pipeline runs deep. But speaking of Mohawk's Bobby Fadden put his name in the history books on Wednesday night with a 30-point performance to give him 2,000 career points. He is just the 42nd player in WPIAL history to accomplish the 2,000 mark. If the historic point record was not enough, Fadden broke the barrier with a buzzer beater heading into halftime. That was quite the shot, to be honest. I saw it last night during the game. It took my attention off the game I was calling. That's how good it was, Jordan.
2,000 points on the same night, RJ. The same night you hit a buzzer beater? I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. But, let's take a break from all this reading and memorizing. Let's have some fun. It's time for Titantown Sports Trivia. RJ, you want to take it away?
Yes, I will. Which legendary Titan coach led both Westminster and rival Geneva to the national playoff?
RJ, if you had to guess, who are you going with?
Those are a lot of iconic coaches, and, Westminster dates back a while ago, so I'm going to go with the Harold Burry.
Between Buzz Riddle, Ron Galbraith, Dar Huey, and Harold Burry, I'm going to switch it up, have some fun. Let's go Ron Galbraith.
Let's see what it is.
And it is Ron Galbraith.
Wow.
The guessing game hits, I guess. Right on the dot. We had it right there, RJ, but we're going to take another break. We're going to go over to Mural Minute.
How's it going, Titantown sports fans? My name is Braylon Juzak, and on this week of the Mural Minute, we have none other than Ron Galbraith. Galbraith was a coach and a player for the Titans. During his coaching tenure, he piled up a 448-206 record, and 18 of his 25 Westminster teams qualified for postseason play. Not to mention, he made the NAIA Finals 3 times. Galbraith was also lethal on the floor as a player. During his playing days at Westminster, he earned back-to-back All-America honors in 1961 and 62. His 1,586 career points at Westminster ranks 4th all-time. Galbraith also coached the Geneva women's basketball team in 2002. He captured the program's first and only trip to the NAIA Finals in 2007. With the Ron Galbraith Classic coming up, we asked head coach Dave Richards what he means to him.
He's just a legendary head coach, and I can't say enough about the impact he's had at this school.
I think it's awesome that we get local teams come up here and play for the Classic. So, we play at Franciscan, but we get back here, we'll be here for the games.
That'll do it for Mural Minute this week, and of course, Ron Galbraith was inducted into the Titan Sports Hall of Fame.
Great stuff there. And RJ, now it's time to actually have a lot of fun. We compiled a quick little video, thanks to Tom Rook, about the top 10 moments from the fall. Let's take a look.
The calendar has officially flipped to 2026, but first, let's relive the Westminster College top 10 plays of 2025. Checking in at number 10, it's a first career goal. Here's freshman Titan women's soccer player Zoe Pahala on October 15th against Allegheny College.
Goode carrying over midfield now. Takes a deflection, eventually finding Horvath, looking towards Lewis. Awkward touch. Here's Amanda Lewis. Lewis squares it for Pahala. The freshman, Zoe Pahala, saved by Augustine. Rebound! And Zoe Pahala equalizing for Westminster. The first career goal.
Now to number 9, let's rewind to the spring season. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th inning, Logan Mrjenovic doubles for the Titans, setting the stage for senior David Kelly, who smacks a walk-off base hit to earn Westminster a thrilling 9-8 win in a barn burner of a game. Now at number 8, let's head back to this past November. In a win-and-in scenario, Westminster looks to end a 7-game losing streak against Allegheny in volleyball.
Liv Trent on the kill, and she's got it. Liv Trent sends Westminster to the PAC playoffs.
Number 7 takes us back to the baseball turf. Bottom of the 10th, 3-3 tie, 2 runners on. It's graduate student Chase Tomko stepping to the plate in a late March PAC showdown with St. Vincent College.
The ball goes over his head. Rounding third, heading for home is Mrjenovic. There's going to be a play at the plate. The Titans have walked off the Bearcats. Superman puts on his cape and Chase Tomko walks it off.
Time for number 6, Week 3 football action in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Westminster versus Case Western, and it's Sean O'Shea and Bright Cannon.
Throwing long near side, Bright Cannon with a one-handed catch. He's off to the races. 30, 20, 10, 5. Oh, the future Bright again. Touchdown, Titans.
Cracking the top 5. Going all the way back to February, Westminster took on Chatham in the regular season finale. Katie Mario drains a triple, her 66th of the year, to break the Westminster College single-season three-point record, which had stood for 29 years. At number 4, we're heading back to the UPMC Sports Complex for Westminster and Pitt Greensburg men's soccer.
Inside the box, Weiss headed up in the air, and Dylan Weiss knots this game up at one apiece.
Over to number 3, on Thursday, May 8th, number 2 Westminster faced number 1 Grove City in the President's Athletic Conference Softball Championship game with Cheyenne Piper on the mound. Titan first baseman Lily Jordan snags a pop-up, securing back-to-back PAC championships for Westminster. Number 2 takes us to the 14th annual Youngstown State University Icebreaker. Titan sophomore two-sport star Rylan Dye wins the high jump by clearing 6 feet 8 inches to set Westminster's indoor track and field all-time record. That's taller than your average refrigerator. 9 highlights, 9 unforgettable moments, and now the play that tops them all. Back to Cleveland for Westminster and Case Western.
From the end zone on the return to the 10, 15, 20, 25, he breaks 3. Outside to the 30, it's a race to the sideline. Bright Cannon, he's gonna go. 20, 10, 5, and the longest touchdown in Westminster College return history.
Thanks for watching the top 10 plays of 2025 for Titantown Sports. I'm Tom Rook.
A lot of great moments from the past year in sports. RJ, if I had to choose one, I think I'm going to hone in on number 3, the softball team winning their 2nd straight PAC championship. And what really stood out to me the most was their super nonchalant reaction. You just won a championship, and they're like, oh, yeah, we just won. That's the kind of business that the Titans have been standing on and continue to stand on. RJ, if you had to choose a moment, which one would you grasp?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I'm really thinking right now. It'd probably be, honestly, just probably the extra points bowl, last game as a Titan, just winning that.
Always a great.
Beating the brakes off him, too. I mean, Coach Benz went into that game. He said, RJ, talking to the whole team, he's like, these guys are good. They can pass. Well, they couldn't do much. I'll tell you that. But, yeah, really good moment. And, it's sad the fall sports are over because I miss football. I miss all that stuff. But we had a great spring slate.
Yeah, we got some lacrosse, some baseball, some softball, lacrosse. Men's lacrosse for that already started their practices. But back on the talk of extra points bowl and moments, I was thinking, as you were saying your moment, Jean Gary Joseph's pick 6 2 years ago. I think that might stand out as the moment, just for me personally, in all of college. Just watching that and hearing that reaction, seeing it all, him go crazy, it was something really awesome to grasp. And
yeah, I mean, knock on Ben Kelly here. Mr. Canton! Mr. Canton! Mr. Canton! I remember the night before that he used to text me. He was like, hey, man, you think Mr. Canton's going to hit? I made fun of him for it, but when he did make the call, it was like, I couldn't look.
Speaking of Ben Kelly, RJ, we know you and Ben Kelly, Franciscan, a couple years ago. Franciscan, the women's basketball team, men's basketball team, they face off this Saturday. You're not going to want to miss it, and that is going to take us to the end. Thank you all so much. Once again, Jordan Tate, RJ Scott, Titantown Sports. We'll see you guys next week.
I'm Dayron Van Bibber, and that's a wrap for this week's Titantown Sports. See you next week.